Hi everyone, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Poi Poi. Have you ever heard about gods and goddesses or divine beings? Why do we respect, honor, and venerate them? In ancient times, 1,000 of years ago, humans knew nothing about them. There were no beliefs and there were no religion. All the people knew to do back then was farm and hunt in order to survive. All of a sudden, one day, a volcano erupted and made a big boom sound in the sky. Everyone was scared and started running away from the explosion in shock. Some of them hid under a big rock for safety. When the eruption was over, the people that hid under the rock survived. They were relieved to be alive after the eruption and began dancing and singing to celebrate their lives. They thought that the big stone had saved their lives, so they started to worship the stone. And this was the beginning of the culture of worship. As the years and decades have passed, humans have become more civilized and began to understand about the universe. The young ones went to school, the grown-ups took up business, trade, and humans started developing manners. One day, a great fire set ablaze. Many people were burned and scorched by the hot flames, while the other who managed to avoid and evade the fire fell to her knees and cried in prayer, "Please help us, anyone, help us!" Not long after, people saw a beautiful goddess descended from the sky. As suddenly as she appeared, a heavy rain began to pour down and extinguish the fire. There was a man who saw the face of the beautiful goddess, and he clearly remembered her face and quickly drew it on a paper. Then the villagers then carved a statue of the goddess to be worshipped by them. In another story, there were a number of kind-hearted men who helped many people during their lives. People always looked to them with respect and amazement, and considered them to be holy men. When they passed away, the people were saddened and heartbroken. So to remember them and to commemorate their merit, they built statues and monuments of them. The merit and good deeds they have done during their life were so great that the people worship and pray to their statues as they were gods. White Boy hopes that everyone now has an understanding of why many people worship and pay respect to gods. Now, there were two types of God. Do you know what are they? Okay, the first kind exists since the beginning of time. They were the originals. The second kind are human beings who have worked to make themselves pure and enlightened, and because of that, they ascended as gods. Up until today, both of these kind of gods are highly respected by humans. An example, the supreme god Taisang Lao Jun and the goddess Chu Tianqian Ni are divine beings who have been with us since the beginning of time, while the god Lang Sen and Guan Gong were noble and pure-hearted people who ascended to the state of gods through their own efforts. In occasion, in time of danger, people had witnessed them to descend from the heavenly sky to give help and share their benevolence. As the time passed by, people forgot the real reason why we pay respect to the statues and the image of gods. Do the gods themselves live within the statues that we honor and worship? Clearly, the answer is no. A statue or an image is just a symbolic representation of the actual gods and the pure enlightened spirits that we honor till this day. For example, there is a distinct difference between a country's flag and the people of the country which that flag represents. It is not the piece of fabric which makes the flag and that we are honoring, but the country and its people, which the flag represents as a symbol of that country. Poi Poi hopes that everyone fully understands by now about praying culture and why we pray to the gods. Hope this information is helpful to you. and bye-bye.
Created using Powtoon.